Ladies and gentlemen, in the stillness of the night, when the world is silent and all distractions fade, there is a presence that whispers to our hearts and paints vivid pictures on the canvas of our minds. This presence, this divine spark within, is what dreams in us and through us. Our imagination is a sacred gift, a boundless realm where possibilities are born. It is in this sacred space that the divine within us comes alive, dreaming of a life filled with joy, abundance, and fulfillment. This is the power of our imagination, the gateway to our true potential. Imagine, if you will, a life where every dream is realized, where every vision in your mind's eye manifests into reality. This is not a distant fantasy, but a profound truth. Within each of us lies the power to shape our destiny, to mold our world according to the images we hold dear in our hearts. But how do we bring these dreams into our waking life? The answer lies in faith, faith in the unseen, in the whispers of the divine that dreams within us. We must believe in the reality of our dreams, not as mere wishes, but as living, breathing possibilities awaiting our embrace. To live the dream, we must embody it, feel it with every fiber of our being. We must walk through our days as if our dreams have already come true, for in doing so, we align our inner vision with our external world. The creative power of thought is immense, shaping our reality in ways we often overlook. Our thoughts are seeds, and our feelings are the water that nurtures them. When we feel the reality of our dreams, we breathe life into them. We must cherish this process, understanding that our consciousness is the only reality that matters. By shifting our state of consciousness, we can transform our lives. To change our world, we must first change ourselves. We must see ourselves as the person we wish to become, holding a new self-concept that aligns with our dreams. This transformation is not merely an act of will, but a deep recognition of the divine partnership within us. We are co-creators with the divine force that dreams in us. Together we navigate the vast landscape of possibilities, bringing forth a life that reflects the highest visions of our heart. Let us dream boldly, live with unwavering faith, and embrace the divine force that dreams in us. For in this partnership, all things are possible, and our dreams become the reality of our lives. The divine within us is a profound concept that speaks to the very essence of our being. It is the recognition that within each of us resides a spark of the infinite, a creative force that is both the source and sustainer of our existence. This divine presence is not something external to be sought, but an intrinsic part of who we are, waiting to be awakened and expressed. When we acknowledge the divine within, we understand that we are more than mere physical beings. We are spiritual entities endowed with the power to create, to imagine, and to manifest. This inner divinity is the source of our intuition, our inspiration, and our deepest desires. It is the voice that guides us, the light that illuminates our path, and the strength that carries us through life's challenges. The divine within us dreams through us, envisioning a life of harmony, abundance, and fulfillment. It is the force that urges us to grow, to evolve, and to realize our highest potential. By connecting with this inner divinity, we tap into a wellspring of wisdom and creativity that transcends the limitations of our everyday consciousness. To embrace the divine within is to recognize our inherent worth and potential. It is to understand that we are co-creators with this divine force, capable of shaping our reality through our thoughts, feelings, and actions. This realization empowers us to live authentically, to pursue our dreams with confidence, and to face life's challenges with courage and resilience. The divine within us is also a source of love and compassion. It teaches us to see beyond the surface, to recognize the divine spark in others, and to treat them with kindness and respect. This inner divinity connects us to all of creation, fostering a sense of unity and interconnectedness that transcends our individual differences. By nurturing our connection to the divine within, we open ourselves to a higher level of consciousness. We begin to see the world through the eyes of love and possibility, and we align ourselves with the natural flow of the universe. This alignment brings a sense of peace and fulfillment as we realize that we are part of something greater than ourselves. In embracing the divine within, we also embrace our true purpose. We understand that our dreams and desires are not random, but divinely inspired visions meant to guide us towards our highest good. By following these dreams, we fulfill our role as co-creators, bringing forth a reality that reflects the beauty and harmony of the divine. In essence, the divine within us is the key to unlocking our full potential. It is the source of our creativity, our strength, and our deepest wisdom. By recognizing and nurturing this inner divinity, we open ourselves to a life of limitless possibilities, where our dreams become reality and our lives reflect the true essence of who we are. Inner vision is the ability to see beyond the physical world and tap into the deeper truths that lie within us. It is the power to visualize our desires, to imagine our goals, and to perceive the possibilities that the outer world may not yet reveal. This inner vision is a tool that allows us to navigate our lives with purpose and clarity, shaping our reality from the inside out. Our inner vision begins with our imagination, a faculty that transcends the limitations of time and space. Through imagination, we can create detailed mental images of our aspirations, crafting a vivid picture of the life we wish to live. These images serve as blueprints for our future, guiding our actions and decisions in the physical world. When we harness the power of inner vision, we align our thoughts and emotions with our deepest desires, setting the stage for their manifestation. Developing inner vision requires us to cultivate a quiet mind, free from the noise and distractions of daily life. It is in moments of stillness and contemplation that we connect most deeply with our inner self, accessing the insights and guidance that reside within. This practice of inner reflection allows us to clarify our intentions, to see our true desires more clearly, and to strengthen our belief in their attainment. Inner vision also involves the ability to see ourselves as we truly are, beyond the masks and roles we play in the outer world. It is an honest and compassionate self-awareness that recognizes our strengths and weaknesses, our dreams and fears. This self-knowledge is the foundation upon which we build a life of authenticity and fulfillment. By embracing our true selves, we align our actions with our inner values and purpose, creating a harmonious and integrated existence. Inner vision is the capacity to perceive the underlying patterns and connections in our lives. It allows us to see the synchronicities and opportunities that might otherwise go unnoticed. This heightened awareness enables us to make choices that are in alignment with our highest good, navigating our path with greater ease and confidence. Inner vision transforms obstacles into stepping stones as we learn to interpret challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. To cultivate inner vision, we must also learn to trust our intuition, the subtle inner knowing that guides us towards our highest potential. Intuition is the voice of our inner self, offering insights and wisdom that transcend rational thought. By paying attention to our intuitive nudges, we can make decisions that are aligned with our true desires and purpose. This trust in our inner guidance strengthens our connection to our inner vision, allowing us to navigate our lives with clarity and certainty. Inner vision is not static, it evolves as we grow and change. It requires a continuous practice of self-reflection and mindfulness as we tune into our inner landscape and adjust our course as needed. This dynamic process ensures that our outer life remains a true reflection of our inner dreams and aspirations. As we develop our inner vision, we become more adept at creating a life that is rich in meaning and purpose, a life that reflects the highest visions of our heart. The power of inner vision lies in its ability to transform our perception of reality. By seeing the world through the lens of our dreams and aspirations, we shift our focus from limitations to possibilities. This shift in perception allows us to create a reality that is aligned with our deepest desires, a reality that reflects the beauty and potential of our inner vision. Faith in the unseen is the cornerstone of true belief and manifestation. It is the ability to trust in the reality of our dreams and desires, even when there is no physical evidence to support them. This kind of faith requires a deep inner conviction, a steadfast belief that what we envision and feel within our hearts will inevitably come to pass. To cultivate faith in the unseen, we must first understand that our thoughts and emotions are powerful creative forces, Everything that exists in our external world was once a thought, a vision in someone's mind. By holding steadfastly to our inner vision and nurturing it with positive emotions, we set the wheels of creation in motion. This process requires patience and perseverance, as the unseen gradually takes form in the physical realm. Faith in the unseen is not blind faith. It is a conscious choice to trust in the process of creation.it. Involves a deep understanding of the laws that govern the universe, such as the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. When we focus our thoughts and feelings on what we desire, we draw those experiences into our lives. This trust in the unseen requires us to remain focused on our goals, regardless of external circumstances or temporary setbacks. Believing in the unseen also means acknowledging that there is a higher power or intelligence at work in our lives. This higher power, whether we call it the divine, the universe, or the infinite mind, is always guiding us towards our highest good. By aligning our thoughts and actions with this higher power, we become co-creators of our reality. This partnership requires us to surrender our doubts and fears, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if we cannot see the full picture. To maintain faith in the unseen, it is essential to cultivate a positive mindset. This involves replacing negative thoughts and limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Affirmations, visualization, and meditation are powerful tools that help us strengthen our faith. By consistently focusing on the positive aspects of our desires and feeling the emotions associated with their fulfillment, we reinforce our belief in their reality. Faith in the unseen also requires us to let go of the need for immediate gratification. The process of manifestation often involves a period of gestation, where our desires are being formed and aligned with our highest good. During this time, it is crucial to remain patient and persistent, trusting that our efforts will bear fruit in due time. This patience is a testament to our faith, a demonstration of our trust in the unseen forces at work. Another aspect of faith in the unseen is the ability to act as if our desires have already been fulfilled. This involves embodying the feelings and behaviors associated with our goals, living in alignment with the reality we wish to create. By doing so, we send a powerful signal to the universe that we are ready to receive our desires. This alignment accelerates the manifestation process, as our outer world begins to reflect our inner state of being. Faith in the unseen is also about recognizing and appreciating the signs and synchronicities that appear along our journey. These subtle messages from the universe are confirmations that we are on the right path, guiding us towards our desired outcomes. By remaining open and receptive to these signs, we strengthen our faith and deepen our connection to the unseen forces at work. Faith in the unseen is a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Living the dream means embodying the reality we desire and trust in the infinite possibilities as if it is already here. It is about aligning our thoughts, we unlock our true potential, and actions allowing our dreams to take shape and become our reality, creating a seamless flow between our inner world and our outer experiences. This practice requires a deep commitment to our dreams and a willingness to act in accordance with our highest aspirations, regardless of our current circumstances. To live the dream, we must first cultivate a vivid and detailed vision of what we want. This vision should be so clear and compelling that it feels real to us, even in the absence of physical evidence. By immersing ourselves in this vision, we create a mental and emotional blueprint that guides our actions and decisions. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process, helping us to see and feel our desired reality with all its nuances. Once we have a clear vision, we must align our emotions with it. This means generating the feelings associated with our dream life, such as joy, gratitude, and excitement. Emotions are powerful attractors, and by feeling as if our dreams are already realized, we draw those experiences into our lives. This emotional alignment creates a resonance between our inner state and the external world, facilitating the manifestation of our desires. Living the dream also involves taking inspired action. This is not about forcing or struggling, but about following the intuitive nudges and opportunities that present themselves. Inspired action is aligned with our vision and feels natural and exciting. It is a way of participating in the co-creation of our reality, demonstrating our commitment to our dreams. By consistently taking steps towards our goals, we build momentum and create a positive feedback loop that brings us closer to our desired outcomes. A key aspect of living the dream is maintaining a positive and proactive mindset. This involves focusing on what we want rather than what we lack, and interpreting challenges as opportunities for growth. It is about seeing setbacks as temporary and staying resilient in the face of adversity. A positive mindset keeps us aligned with our vision and helps us to navigate obstacles with grace and determination. Living the dream also means surrounding ourselves with people, environments, and experiences that support our vision. This may involve seeking out mentors, joining supportive communities, or creating a space that reflects our aspirations. By immersing ourselves in a positive and inspiring environment, we reinforce our commitment to our dreams and create a fertile ground for their realization. Another important element is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is missing to what is already abundant in our lives. It creates a positive energy that attracts more of what we appreciate. By regularly expressing gratitude for the aspects of our dream that are already present, we amplify our ability to manifest the rest. This practice also enhances our sense of well-being and keeps us connected to the joy of our journey. Living the dream requires us to stay flexible and open to the unfolding of our desires. Sometimes the universe has a way of delivering our dreams in ways that we did not anticipate. By remaining open and adaptable, we allow for even greater possibilities to emerge. This openness does not mean abandoning our vision, but trusting that the path to our dreams may take unexpected turns that ultimately serve our highest good. Living the dream is about becoming the person who naturally embodies the reality we desire. It is about aligning our inner state with our outer actions, creating a harmonious flow that attracts our dreams into our lived experience. The creative power of thought is a fundamental principle. This alignment transforms our vision from a distant goal into a present reality, allowing us to experience the fullness of our dreams. They are potent forces that shape our lives and the world around us. Every thought carries a vibration, an energy that interacts with the fabric of the universe, bringing into existence the very things we focus on. At the core of this principle is the understanding that our thoughts are seeds. Just as a seed contains the potential for a vast tree, our thoughts hold the potential to manifest into tangible experiences. When we consistently think about something, we imbue it with energy, nurturing it until it blossoms into our reality. This process is ongoing and relentless, continuously shaping our experiences and circumstances. The creative power of thought operates through the law of attraction, which posits that visualization is a powerful technique that harnesses the creative power we entertain most frequently. By vividly imagining our goals and desires as if they are already accomplished into our lives, we create a mental blueprint for our reality. Positive thoughts attract positive outcomes. This mental image, while negative thoughts attract negative positive emotions, by consciously choosing our thoughts, we can steer our lives in the direction we desire. The more detailed and emotionally charged our visualizations, the more effective they are in manifesting our desires. Affirmations are another effective tool in leveraging the creative power of thought. These are positive, present tense statements that reinforce our desired reality. By repeatedly affirming what we want to achieve, we embed these thoughts deeply into our subconscious mind, which then works tirelessly to bring them to fruition. Affirmations help to override limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns, creative power replacing them with empowering and constructive ones. Maintaining a positive mental attitude. Our thoughts influence our emotions, which in turn affect our actions and behaviors. A positive mental attitude generates a cycle of positive emotions and constructive actions, leading to desirable outcomes. Conversely, negative thoughts can lead to a downward spiral of negative emotions and destructive behaviors, resulting in undesirable experiences. Belief is a crucial component of the creative power of thought. The strength of our belief in our thoughts determines their creative potency. When we believe wholeheartedly in our ability to achieve something, we mobilize our inner resources and align our actions towards its realization. Doubt and disbelief, on the other hand, weaken the creative force of our thoughts. The subconscious mind plays a vital role in the creative power of thought. It is the repository of our beliefs, memories, and habitual thought patterns. The subconscious mind operates beyond our conscious awareness, influencing our perceptions and actions. By feeding our subconscious mind with positive, empowering thoughts, we program it to support our goals and aspirations, making the manifestation process more effortless and natural. Our thoughts also impact our physical health and well-being. The mind-body connection is a well-documented phenomenon, where our thoughts and emotions directly affect our physiological state. Positive thoughts promote healing, boost the immune system, and enhance overall vitality. Negative thoughts, on the other hand, can contribute to stress, illness, and a weakened immune response. By cultivating positive thoughts, we not only create a better external reality, but also improve our internal health. To harness the creative power of thought effectively, it is essential to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being aware of our thoughts in the present moment and choosing to focus on those that align with our desired reality. It operates through the principles of focus, belief, this practice helps us to identify and redirect our reality from within, replacing them with positive and constructive ones. By consciously directing our thoughts towards our desired outcomes, through mindfulness, we tap into this become the conscious creators of our lives, shaping our reality with intention and clarity. Manifestation through feeling is a profound concept that emphasizes the role of emotions in the creation of our reality. While thoughts are powerful in shaping our experiences, it is the accompanying feelings that imbue these thoughts with the energy necessary for manifestation. Emotions act as a catalyst, amplifying our intentions and aligning our vibrational frequency with our desires. At the heart of manifestation through feeling is the principle that like attracts like. This means that the emotional state we cultivate within ourselves attracts similar vibrations from the universe. Positive feelings such as joy, gratitude, love, and excitement resonate at a high frequency, drawing positive experiences and outcomes into our lives. Conversely, negative emotions such as fear, doubt, and anger resonate at a lower frequency, attracting undesirable experiences. To harness the power of feeling and manifestation, it is crucial to cultivate emotions that align with our desired reality. This process begins with visualization, where we create a vivid mental image of our goals and dreams. As we visualize, it is important to immerse ourselves in the feelings associated with the fulfillment of these desires. By imagining how it would feel to achieve our goals, we generate the emotional energy that aligns with our vision. Gratitude is a particularly potent emotion in the process of manifestation. When we feel grateful for what we desire as if it has already manifested, we create a powerful magnetic force that draws our desires to us. Gratitude shifts our focus from lack to abundance, reinforcing the belief that our dreams are already becoming a reality. This feeling of gratitude elevates our vibrational frequency and aligns us with the positive outcomes we seek. Another key aspect of manifestation through feeling is the importance of living as if our desires are already fulfilled. This involves embodying the emotions and behaviors that reflect our desired reality in our daily lives. When we act and feel as if we already have what we want, we create a congruence between our inner state and our external actions. This alignment signals to the universe that we are ready to receive our desires, accelerating the manifestation process. Affirmations can also play a significant role in cultivating the right feelings for manifestation. Positive affirmations are statements that affirm our desired reality in the present tense. When repeated with conviction and emotional intensity, affirmations help to reprogram our subconscious mind and align our feelings with our goals. For example, saying, "I am abundant and successful," while genuinely feeling the emotion of abundance and success reinforces this belief and attracts corresponding experiences. Mindfulness and emotional awareness are essential practices in manifestation through feeling. By being mindful of our emotions, we can identify and release negative feelings that may block the manifestation process. Practicing mindfulness allows us to consciously choose and cultivate positive emotions that support our desires. This heightened emotional awareness helps us to maintain a high vibrational frequency and stay aligned with our goals. The role of the subconscious mind in manifestation through feeling cannot be overstated. Our subconscious mind is the storehouse of our beliefs, memories, and habitual emotional responses. It operates beneath our conscious awareness, influencing our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. By consistently generating positive emotions and reinforcing empowering beliefs, we can reprogram our subconscious mind to support our manifestation efforts. Techniques such as meditation, hypnosis, and guided imagery can be effective in accessing and influencing the subconscious mind. Another powerful technique for enhancing manifestation through feeling is to engage in activities that naturally evoke the desired emotions. This could include spending time in nature, practicing creative hobbies, engaging in physical exercise, or participating in activities that bring joy and fulfillment. By regularly engaging in these activities, we raise our vibrational frequency and maintain an emotional state that aligns with our desires. It is also important to address and heal any emotional blocks or limiting beliefs that may hinder the manifestation process. Emotional healing techniques such as emotional freedom techniques, EFT, journaling, therapy, or energy healing can help release past traumas and negative emotions that may be affecting our ability to manifest. By clearing these emotional blocks, we create a clean slate for positive feelings and desires to take root. Manifestation through feeling is about creating an inner emotional landscape that reflects our desired reality. By consciously cultivating positive emotions and aligning our feelings with our goals, we become powerful co-creators of our lives. This emotional alignment amplifies the creative power of our thoughts and attracts experiences that resonate with our highest aspirations. Consciousness is the only reality, a profound and transformative concept that posits that our entire experience of life is shaped and defined by our state of consciousness. Everything we perceive, experience, and manifest in the physical world is a direct reflection of our inner consciousness. This principle emphasizes that our thoughts, beliefs, and feelings are the true creators of our reality, and that by all we attract into our lives. This involves a deep exploration of our inner world, examining and transforming our thoughts, beliefs, One of the key implications of this concept by shifting our consciousness to align with our desired reality, we change the way we perceive and interact with our experiences, leading to tangible changes in our external circumstances to consciously direct our thoughts and feelings towards what we want to create. By focusing on positive, empowering thoughts and cultivating a mindset of abundance and possibility, we can create a reality that reflects these qualities. The practice of mindfulness is essential in understanding and applying the principle that consciousness is the only reality. Mindfulness involves being aware of our thoughts and emotions in the present moment, allowing us to observe and understand the patterns that shape our reality. Through mindfulness, we can identify and release negative or limiting thoughts and replace them with positive, constructive ones. This conscious awareness is a powerful tool for transforming our state of consciousness and consequently our reality. Visualization is another effective technique for aligning our consciousness with our desired reality. By creating vivid mental images of our goals and desires and feeling the emotions associated with their achievement, we impress these images upon our subconscious mind. This process helps to reprogram our subconscious beliefs and align our consciousness with the reality we wish to create. Visualization bridges the gap between our inner world and outer experiences, making our dreams feel real and attainable. Affirmations also play a crucial role in shaping our consciousness. Positive affirmations are statements that reflect our desired reality and reinforce empowering beliefs. By repeating affirmations with conviction and feeling, we embed these thoughts into our subconscious mind, gradually shifting our consciousness to align with our goals. Affirmations help to counteract negative self-talk and create a mental environment conducive to manifestation. Emotions are integral to the concept that consciousness is the only reality. Our feelings act as a barometer of our state of consciousness, indicating whether we are aligned with our true desires. Positive emotions such as joy, gratitude, and love resonate at a high frequency and attract similar experiences, while negative emotions such as fear and doubt resonate at a lower frequency and create undesirable outcomes. By consciously cultivating positive emotions, we elevate our state of consciousness and create a reality that reflects our highest aspirations. The understanding that consciousness is the only reality also highlights the importance of self-concept. How we see ourselves fundamentally influences our reality. If we hold a self-concept of being capable, worthy, and deserving, we will manifest experiences that reflect these beliefs. Conversely, if we see ourselves as unworthy or incapable, our reality will mirror these limiting beliefs. Transforming our self-concept to align with our desired reality is a powerful step in the manifestation process. The idea that consciousness is the only reality invites us to take full responsibility for our lives. It challenges us to look within and recognize the power we hold to shape our experiences through our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. By consciously directing our inner world, we become the architects of our reality, creating a life that reflects our deepest desires and highest potential. Self-concept transformation is a profound journey of self-discovery and empowerment, aimed at shifting how we perceive ourselves at the deepest level. Our self-concept or self-image is the mental and emotional construct through which we view ourselves. It encompasses our beliefs about our abilities, worthiness, strengths, weaknesses, and overall identity. This internal framework significantly influences every aspect of our lives, from the choices we make to the relationships we form and the goals we pursue. The process of self-concept transformation begins with self-awareness. It requires us to honestly examine our current beliefs about ourselves, both the positive and the negative. This introspection involves identifying any self-limiting beliefs or negative self-talk that may be holding us back from realizing our full potential. By shining a light on these beliefs, we can begin to understand their origins and their impact on our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Once we have identified our current self-concept, the next step is to envision the self we aspire to become. This involves clarifying our goals, values, and aspirations, and imagining how we would like to see ourselves in various aspects of life, such as career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process, as it helps us create a mental image of our ideal self and emotionally connect with that vision. Positive affirmations play a crucial role in self-concept transformation by helping to reshape our beliefs about ourselves. Affirmations are positive statements that affirm our desired qualities, abilities, and outcomes in the present tense. By repeating affirmations regularly and with conviction, we can reprogram our subconscious mind and replace self-limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For example, affirmations such as "I am confident, capable, and worthy of success" can help cultivate a more positive and resilient self-concept. Self-concept transformation also involves cultivating self-compassion and self-acceptance. It requires us to treat ourselves with kindness, understanding that we are human and imperfect. Self-compassion involves recognizing our strengths and weaknesses without judgment and offering ourselves the same care and support that we would offer to a friend facing similar challenges. This mindset shift fosters resilience and a healthier self-image, allowing us to approach setbacks and failures with greater grace and perseverance. Challenging and expanding our comfort zone is another essential aspect of self-concept transformation. Growth occurs outside of our comfort zone, where we confront fears, take risks, and embrace new opportunities. By stepping beyond familiar boundaries and experiencing new challenges, we prove to ourselves our capacity for growth and adaptation. Each success, no matter how small, reinforces a positive self-concept and builds confidence in our abilities. Seeking feedback and support from trusted individuals can also accelerate self-concept transformation. Honest feedback from others can provide valuable insights into our blind spots and areas for improvement. Surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals who believe in our potential can bolster our confidence and reinforce positive aspects of our self-concept. This supportive network serves as a source of encouragement and motivation as we strive towards personal growth and transformation. Furthermore, engaging in practices that promote self-care and well-being is crucial for nurturing a positive self-concept. Taking care of our physical, mental, and emotional health contributes to a sense of self-worth and resilience. Practices such as exercise, meditation, journaling, and mindfulness help cultivate inner peace and balance, reducing stress and enhancing overall well-being. When we prioritize self-care, we demonstrate self-respect and reinforce a positive self-image. Ultimately, self-concept transformation is an ongoing journey that requires patience, persistence, and self-reflection. It is about consciously choosing to evolve and expand our understanding of who we are capable of being. By embracing our strengths, confronting our limitations, and nurturing a compassionate relationship with ourselves, we can cultivate a self-concept that aligns with our highest aspirations. This transformation not only enhances our individual well-being and success, but also positively impacts our interactions with others and our ability to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. Divine partnership is a spiritual concept that transcends traditional notions of relationships, emphasizing a sacred and harmonious union between individuals. At its essence, divine partnership is founded on the principles of love, mutual respect, spiritual alignment, and a shared commitment to personal and collective growth. It goes beyond mere companionship or romantic love, encompassing a deep connection that nurtures the spiritual evolution and fulfillment of both partners. Central to the concept of divine partnership is the recognition that each individual is a spiritual being on a journey of growth and self-discovery. In a divine partnership, both individuals are committed to supporting each other's spiritual awakening and evolution. This mutual support involves holding space for each other's growth, encouraging personal exploration, and providing unconditional love and acceptance. Communication in a divine partnership is characterized by openness, honesty, and vulnerability. Partners in a divine relationship share their thoughts, feelings, and aspirations without fear of judgment or rejection. This transparent communication fosters deeper understanding and intimacy, allowing both individuals to authentically express themselves and align their intentions and desires. Trust is a foundational pillar of divine partnership. Trusting in the divine plan and trusting each other's journey allows partners to navigate challenges and uncertainties with faith and resilience. Trust also involves honoring commitments, respecting boundaries, and cultivating a sense of security and safety within the relationship. Spiritual alignment is another essential aspect of divine partnership. Partners in a divine relationship share common spiritual values, beliefs, and practices that deepen their connection to each other and to a higher spiritual purpose. This alignment may involve shared spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, or rituals that strengthen their bond and reinforce their commitment to spiritual growth. In a divine partnership, there is a profound sense of unity and interconnectedness. Partners recognize that they are co-creators of their reality and are actively engaged in the unfolding of their shared journey. This collaborative approach to life allows them to support each other's dreams and aspirations, celebrate each other's successes, and navigate challenges as a team. Compassion and empathy are essential qualities in a divine partnership. Partners demonstrate compassion by understanding and empathizing with each other's experiences, perspectives, and emotions. This compassionate attitude fosters a nurturing and supportive environment where both individuals feel valued, understood, and cherished. Self-awareness and personal growth are actively pursued in a divine partnership. Each partner is committed to their own spiritual and personal development, recognizing that their individual growth contributes to the strength and vitality of the relationship. This commitment to self-awareness involves introspection, self-reflection, and a willingness to confront and transcend personal limitations. Sacred union in a divine partnership extends beyond the physical and emotional realms into the spiritual dimension. Partners may experience moments of profound spiritual connection where they feel a deep sense of oneness with each other and with the divine. These transcendent experiences deepen their bond and provide a sense of purpose and meaning to their relationship. Lastly, divine partnership is characterized by a sense of gratitude and appreciation. Partners in a divine relationship express gratitude for each other's presence, love, and support. This appreciation fosters a positive and nurturing atmosphere where both individuals feel acknowledged, valued, and empowered to continue growing together on their spiritual journey. Divine partnership is a sacred union founded on love, mutual respect, spiritual alignment, and a shared commitment to personal and collective growth. It is a relationship that honors the spiritual essence of each individual, fosters deep connection and intimacy, and supports the journey towards higher consciousness and fulfillment. In conclusion, divine partnership transcends conventional relationships, embodying a sacred union rooted in love, spiritual alignment, and mutual growth. It is a journey where individuals support each other's spiritual evolution, communicate openly and vulnerably, and cultivate trust, compassion, and empathy. Within this union, there is a profound sense of unity, interconnectedness, and shared purpose, where partners co-create their reality with gratitude and appreciation. As we embrace the principles of divine partnership, we honor the spiritual essence within ourselves and each other, fostering a relationship that nurtures our souls, expands our consciousness, and enriches our lives with profound meaning and fulfillment. My friends, today let us embark on a journey of profound discovery into the depths of the soul, where true knowledge of God resides. This journey begins not in the external world of forms and structures, but in the sacred sanctuary of our inner being. It is here, in the quiet recesses of our consciousness, that the veil between humanity and divinity thins, and we come to know God in a way that transcends doctrines and dogmas. Inner revelation beckons us to look beyond the surface of religious teachings and cultural interpretations. It invites us to close our eyes to the distractions of the material world and open our hearts to the whispers of the divine within. For it is through this inner listening, this silent communion with our deepest selves, that we begin to discern the subtle movements of spirit. In this sacred space of inner revelation, the boundaries of time and space dissolve. Here we discover that God is not a distant entity to be sought after in distant lands or lofty heights. Rather, God is the very essence of our being, intricately woven into the fabric of our existence. It is a recognition that the same creative force that shaped the cosmos also pulses within each of us, animating our thoughts, feelings, and aspirations. To know God through inner revelation is to transcend the limitations of intellectual understanding and embrace a knowing that resonates in the depths of our soul. It is a knowing that is felt more than articulated, a certainty that surpasses logic and reason. It is an intuitive understanding that we are not separate from the divine, but intimately connected to it in every moment. This journey of inner revelation requires courage and openness and unwavering willingness to explore the depths of our own consciousness without fear or hesitation. It asks us to release preconceived notions and allow ourselves to be guided by the gentle currents of spiritual insight. For in this surrender we discover truths that illuminate our path and reveal the interconnectedness of all life. As we delve deeper into the realm of inner revelation, we come to understand that the scriptures and sacred texts of the world are not merely historical accounts or moral guidelines. They are maps that lead us inward, pointing towards the eternal truths that have been whispered through the ages. They speak in symbols and allegories, inviting us to decode their deeper meanings and uncover the universal principles that underpin all existence. In the silence of inner revelation, we find solace and guidance. Here we commune with the divine presence that dwells within us and around us, realizing that every moment is an opportunity for communion and spiritual growth. It is a journey of awakening, a gradual unfolding of awareness that transforms our perception of ourselves and the world. So, my friends, let us embrace this journey of inner revelation with open hearts and eager minds. Let us cultivate a daily practice of quiet contemplation and deep listening, allowing the divine wisdom to permeate our thoughts and actions. For in the stillness of our inner sanctuary, we discover the true essence of God, a presence that transcends words and concepts and reveals itself in the sacred whispers of our soul. Imagination, when understood deeply, reveals itself as the very fabric from which reality is woven. It transcends mere daydreaming or wishful thinking, is a profound faculty that allows us to perceive and shape our experience of the world. In the realm of imagination, we tap into a creative power that mirrors the divine act of creation itself. Consider this: every invention, every work of art, every scientific breakthrough each began as a seed in someone's imagination. Imagination is not confined by the constraints of time or space. It is limitless and boundless. It is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the intangible and the tangible. Imagination is not just a passive observation of possibilities. It is an active participation in the process of manifestation. When we engage our imagination with intention and clarity, we align ourselves with the creative forces of the universe. We become co-creators, shaping our reality according to the images and ideas we hold within our minds. The power of imagination extends beyond individual desires. It influences collective consciousness and societal evolution. It has the ability to envision new paradigms, to inspire social change, and to cultivate empathy and understanding among people. Imagination is a catalyst for innovation and progress, driving humanity towards greater heights of creativity and interconnectedness. Imagination reveals the interconnected nature of reality. It allows us to perceive the subtle threads that connect all beings and phenomena. Through imagination, we can empathize with others, envision alternative perspectives, and cultivate compassion and unity. In the spiritual context, imagination is a tool for exploring higher dimensions of consciousness and connecting with the divine. It enables us to visualize and manifest spiritual truths and aspirations. Imagination is the gateway to mystical experiences, where the boundaries between the self and the divine dissolve, and profound insights emerge. To harness the full potential of imagination, we must cultivate a practice of conscious dreaming and visualization. This involves engaging all senses in our mental imagery, feeling the emotions associated with our desires, and embodying the experiences we wish to manifest. Through disciplined practice, we strengthen our imaginative faculties and amplify our creative abilities. Imagination is not merely a passive mental activity. It is a dynamic force that shapes our perception of reality and influences our lived experiences. By honoring and harnessing the power of imagination, we empower ourselves to co-create a world that reflects our highest ideals and aspirations. Imagination is the key to unlocking infinite possibilities and realizing our fullest potential as spiritual beings having a human experience. Creative power is the fundamental essence through which we participate in the ongoing act of creation itself. It is not just a passive attribute, but an active force that shapes and molds the fabric of our existence. This power resides within each of us, intricately woven into the tapestry of our consciousness. When we speak of creative power, we refer to the ability to conceive, manifest, and transform ideas into tangible reality. It is the force behind every innovation, every artistic expression, and every breakthrough in human history. Creative power transcends mere imagination. It encompasses the deliberate intention to bring forth something new and meaningful into the world. At its core, creative power is rooted in our capacity to envision possibilities beyond what currently exists. It is the willingness to challenge conventional thinking, to explore uncharted territories, and to embrace uncertainty as a fertile ground for innovation. Creative power thrives in environments that encourage curiosity, experimentation, and collaboration. Creative power is not limited to individual endeavors. It also influences collective consciousness and societal evolution. It inspires communities to imagine and create a better future together. Through shared visions and collective efforts, creative power catalyzes social change, fosters unity, and promotes sustainable development. In the spiritual context, creative power aligns with the divine principle of manifestation. It is a reflection of our inherent connection to the creative forces of the universe. By tapping into this power, we align ourselves with the cosmic flow of creation, participating in the ongoing evolution of consciousness. To harness creative power effectively, we must cultivate certain qualities and practices. These include openness to inspiration and intuition, willingness to take risks and learn from failures, and discipline to translate ideas into action. Creative power thrives in environments that nurture imagination, encourage diversity of perspectives, and value experimentation. Creative power involves a deep sense of responsibility. As stewards of this transformative force, we bear the responsibility to use it wisely and ethically. This entails considering the potential impact of our creations on individuals, communities, and the planet as a whole. By integrating ethics and mindfulness into our creative process, we ensure that our contributions align with the greater good. Creative power is both a gift and a responsibility, an innate ability that empowers us to shape our reality and contribute to the collective tapestry of human experience. By embracing and honing this power, we unlock infinite possibilities for growth, innovation, and positive change in ourselves and in the world around us. Universal presence encompasses the profound understanding that the divine essence permeates every aspect of existence, transcending the limitations of time, space, and individual perception. It is the recognition that the presence of God, or the divine, is not confined to any specific location, time period, or form. Instead, it is omnipresent, infinitely present in every atom, every molecule, and every living being. This concept challenges traditional notions of a distant, anthropomorphic deity residing in a separate realm. Rather, universal presence invites us to perceive the divine as immanent within the very fabric of reality itself. It is the realization that the sacred is not separate from the mundane, but interwoven into the tapestry of everyday life. In experiencing universal presence, we come to understand that every moment and every experience is an opportunity for divine communion. Whether we are in the quiet solitude of nature, amidst the hustle and bustle of a bustling city, or in the intimacy of personal relationships, the divine presence is ever present, waiting to be recognized and embraced. Moreover, universal presence transcends religious and cultural boundaries. It is a unifying force that bridges the perceived divides between different faith traditions, spiritual paths, and philosophical beliefs. Regardless of how we conceptualize or articulate the divine, universal presence reminds us of our shared connection to a higher, transcendent reality that unites all of humanity. To awaken to universal presence is to cultivate a deep sense of reverence and awe for the interconnectedness of all life. It invites us to see beyond the surface appearances of separation and recognize the underlying unity that binds us together as one human family. This awareness fosters empathy, compassion, and a profound sense of responsibility towards the well-being of all beings and the planet we call home. Universal presence invites us to expand our consciousness beyond the confines of the ego self. It encourages us to shift from a perspective of individuality and isolation to one of interconnectedness and interdependence. In doing so, we begin to see ourselves not as isolated entities, but as integral parts of a larger cosmic whole, a microcosm, reflecting the macrocosm of the universe. In practical terms, cultivating an awareness of universal presence involves mindfulness, contemplation, and spiritual practice. It requires us to quiet the incessant chatter of the mind and attune ourselves to the subtle rhythms of the divine that permeate all of creation. Through meditation, prayer, and moments of silent reflection, we can deepen our connection to universal presence and align ourselves with its transformative power. Ultimately, embracing universal presence opens the door to a deeper, more meaningful experience of life. It invites us to live with a sense of purpose and gratitude, knowing that we are never truly alone or separate from the divine source that sustains us. By honoring and embodying universal presence in our daily lives, we contribute to the co-creation of a more harmonious, compassionate, and interconnected world for ourselves and future generations. The law of assumption is a profound principle that illuminates the power of our beliefs and assumptions in shaping our reality. At its core, it asserts that what we assume to be true within ourselves, consciously or unconsciously, manifests in our external experiences and circumstances. This law operates on the fundamental premise that our inner world, our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions ultimately determines the nature of our outer world. It is not passive but active, continually generating and influencing the events and conditions of our lives. When we assume a certain belief or expectation, whether about ourselves, others, or the world around us, we set in motion a series of thoughts, emotions, and actions that align with that assumption. This principle implies that our perceptions of reality are not merely passive reflections of external stimuli, but active constructions shaped by our mental frameworks. If we habitually assume lack or limitation, for instance, we may unconsciously create circumstances that validate these assumptions. Conversely, assuming abundance and possibility can open pathways for opportunities and experiences that reflect these beliefs. The law of assumption operates independently of whether our assumptions are consciously chosen or inherited from past conditioning. It underscores the importance of becoming aware of our internal narratives and actively choosing beliefs that align with our desired outcomes and aspirations. By consciously directing our assumptions, we reclaim agency over our lives and invite positive transformations. Practically applying the law of assumption involves cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness. It requires us to observe our thoughts, beliefs, and inner dialogue without judgment, and to identify patterns that may be limiting or empowering. Through practices such as meditation, journaling, and introspection, we can unearth unconscious assumptions and replace them with empowering beliefs that support our growth and well-being. It invites us to harness the power of imagination as a creative tool. By vividly imagining and feeling the fulfillment of our desires, we activate the subconscious mind and align our energy with the manifestation of those desires. This process involves visualizing our goals as already accomplished, embodying the emotions associated with success, and maintaining a steadfast belief in the inevitability of their realization. The law of assumption teaches us that we are co-creators of our reality. It reminds us that our beliefs and assumptions are not passive spectators but active participants in the unfolding drama of our lives. By consciously choosing empowering assumptions and aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with our highest ideals, we can consciously steer our lives towards greater fulfillment, abundance, and purpose. Faith and belief are foundational aspects of human experience that extend far beyond mere intellectual acceptance or adherence to religious doctrines. They represent profound states of consciousness and conviction that shape our perceptions, attitudes, and actions in profound ways. At its essence, faith can be understood as a deep trust or confidence in something beyond immediate sensory evidence or rational proof. It transcends the realm of logic and reasoning, tapping into the realm of intuition, spiritual insight, and inner knowing. Faith often arises in contexts where certainty cannot be fully attained through empirical observation alone, yet it provides a powerful framework for understanding and navigating life's uncertainties. Belief, on the other hand, refers to the acceptance or conviction that something is true, real, or valid. It can encompass a wide range of ideas, from religious doctrines and philosophical principles to personal convictions and societal norms. Beliefs serve as mental constructs that influence how we interpret experiences, make decisions, and interact with the world around us. They provide a sense of coherence and stability in a complex and unpredictable reality. The relationship between faith and belief is intricate and symbiotic. Faith often serves as the foundation upon which beliefs are built, providing a deeper, more visceral connection to the principles and values that guide our lives. Beliefs, in turn, can reinforce and strengthen faith by providing frameworks through which spiritual truths and moral imperatives are understood and expressed. In the realm of spirituality and religion, faith and belief play crucial roles in shaping individuals' relationships with the divine or transcendent. They provide frameworks for understanding the nature of existence, the purpose of life, and the principles of morality and ethical conduct. Faith, in this context, involves a personal and experiential connection to the divine or spiritual truths, often cultivated through prayer, meditation, worship, and contemplation. Faith and belief extend beyond religious contexts to encompass broader aspects of human experience. They influence how we approach challenges and adversity, how we form relationships in communities, and how we navigate ethical dilemmas and moral decisions. They serve as foundational pillars of identity and meaning, shaping individuals' sense of purpose and belonging in the world. The cultivation of faith and belief involves ongoing introspection, exploration, and growth. It requires individuals to critically examine their beliefs, question inherited assumptions, and seek deeper understanding through personal experience and inquiry. It also involves cultivating openness to diverse perspectives and traditions, recognizing the richness and complexity of human spirituality and belief systems. Ultimately, faith and belief are not static or fixed entities, but dynamic and evolving aspects of human consciousness. They invite individuals to engage in a continual process of reflection, transformation, and renewal as they seek to deepen their understanding of themselves, others, and the mysteries of existence. In embracing the interplay between faith and belief, individuals can cultivate a deeper sense of purpose, resilience, and connection to the profound dimensions of life's journey. Scripture as symbolism invites us to explore beyond literal interpretations of religious texts and delve into their deeper, metaphorical meanings. It acknowledges that scriptures from various traditions contain layers of symbolism and allegory that convey universal truths about the human condition, spiritual growth, and the nature of existence. In many religious and spiritual traditions, scriptures are revered as sacred texts that hold profound wisdom and guidance for followers. However, viewing scriptures as symbolism encourages us to move beyond rigid dogma and literalism. Instead, it invites us to interpret stories, parables, and teachings as symbolic narratives that speak to universal themes and principles. For example, in the Christian tradition, the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden can be seen as a symbolic representation of the human journey towards self-awareness and moral responsibility. The forbidden fruit symbolizes the temptation and consequences of disobedience, while the expulsion from the garden represents the loss of innocence and the beginning of human suffering. Similarly, in Hindu scriptures such as the Bhagavad Gita, the battlefield setting serves as a metaphor for the inner struggle between Dharma righteousness and Adharma unrighteousness within every individual. The dialogue between Lord Krishna and Arjuna symbolizes the timeless wisdom imparted to humanity about duty, devotion, and the pursuit of spiritual liberation. In Islamic tradition, the story of Prophet Muhammad's night journey Isra and Miraj was interpreted as a symbolic journey of spiritual ascension and divine revelation. The various stages of the journey symbolize the progression of the soul towards union with the divine, highlighting themes of faith, perseverance, and divine grace. Across all traditions, scriptures as symbolism encourage seekers to discern deeper meanings and universal truths that transcend cultural and historical contexts. They invite individuals to engage in contemplation, meditation, and spiritual inquiry to uncover the underlying messages and lessons conveyed through symbolic language. Moreover, viewing scriptures as symbolism fosters inclusivity and respect for diverse interpretations and perspectives within religious communities. It promotes dialogue and mutual understanding, recognizing that different individuals may derive personal and spiritual insights from the same scriptures through varying lenses of symbolism. In practical terms, embracing scriptures as symbolism invites us to approach religious texts with an open mind and a willingness to explore beyond literal readings. It encourages us to seek parallels and connections between different traditions and to appreciate the richness of symbolic language as a means of conveying timeless truths about the human experience and the divine mystery. The unity of being encapsulates the profound realization that beneath the diversity and multiplicity of existence lies a fundamental unity, a oneness that connects all life, consciousness, and the cosmos itself. This concept transcends mere intellectual understanding. It invites us to perceive and experience the interconnectedness of all existence at a deeper, spiritual level. At its core, unity of being suggests that there is an underlying essence or universal consciousness that permeates everything in the universe. This essence is often described in spiritual traditions as the divine, the absolute, or the source from which all creation emerges. It is the unifying principle that transcends individual identities, forms, and boundaries, encompassing both the visible and invisible dimensions of reality. In exploring the unity of being, we recognize that separation and division are illusions created by our limited perception and egoic consciousness. Beneath the surface differences of race, nationality, religion, and species, there exists a shared essence that unites all living beings. This recognition fosters empathy, compassion, and a sense of interconnectedness with others. As we acknowledge our common origins and interconnected destinies, the unity of being invites us to transcend dualistic thinking and embrace a holistic worldview that honors the interconnected web of life. It challenges us to move beyond notions of us versus them and to embrace a sense of belonging to a larger cosmic community. This shift in perspective encourages cooperation, collaboration, and mutual respect among individuals, cultures, and nations. In spiritual and philosophical traditions, the realization of unity of being is often accompanied by experiences of profound insight, awe, and reverence for the interconnectedness of all existence. It involves a deepening awareness of our interconnected relationship with the natural world, the cosmos, and the divine source of creation. Practically, cultivating an awareness of unity of being involves practices such as meditation, contemplation, and mindfulness. These practices help quiet the mind, dissolve the illusion of separateness, and attune us to the underlying unity that permeates all of life. Through inner exploration and self-reflection, we can uncover the inherent interconnectedness of our own being with the larger web of existence. Embracing unity of being encourages us to live in harmony with the natural rhythms and cycles of the earth, recognizing our role as stewards of the planet and guardians of future generations. It inspires us to cultivate respect for diversity, celebrate cultural differences, and work towards collective well-being and sustainability. Ultimately, the journey towards unity of being is a transformative path of awakening and integration. It invites us to transcend individualism and egoic consciousness and to embrace a deeper sense of belonging to the vast and interconnected tapestry of life. By honoring and embodying the unity of being in our thoughts, actions, and relationships, we contribute to the realization of a more harmonious, compassionate, and spiritually awakened world. Transformation of consciousness is a profound process through which individuals undergo a fundamental shift in their awareness, perception, and understanding of themselves, others, and the world. It transcends mere intellectual knowledge or superficial changes. It involves a deep, inner awakening that reshapes one's entire worldview and way of being. At its core, transformation of consciousness often begins with a recognition of the limitations and conditioning of egoic consciousness. The ego, or the sense of individual identity, tends to operate from a place of separation, fear, and self-preservation. It constructs narratives about who we are, what we need, and how the world should be, based on past experiences, cultural influences, and societal norms. As individuals embark on the journey of transformation, they start to question these ingrained beliefs and assumptions. They become more attuned to the workings of their own minds, observing thoughts, emotions, and habitual patterns with greater clarity and detachment. This process of self-inquiry and introspection often leads to a deeper understanding of the nature of suffering, attachment, and the ego's role in creating illusions of separateness. The transformation of consciousness involves a gradual shift towards a more expansive and inclusive perspective. It encourages individuals to move beyond dualistic thinking, such as good versus bad, us versus that, and to embrace a holistic worldview that acknowledges the interconnectedness of all life. This shift fosters empathy, compassion, and a sense of unity with others and the natural world. Moreover, transformation of consciousness often involves moments of insight or spiritual awakening, profound experiences that transcend ordinary perception and open individuals to higher states of consciousness. These experiences may be triggered by meditation, contemplation, mystical encounters, or moments of deep introspection. They may involve a sense of interconnectedness with the universe, a profound realization of the nature of reality, or an overwhelming feeling of love and compassion for all beings. Practically, individuals undergoing transformation of consciousness may adopt various spiritual practices and disciplines to support their inner growth. These practices can include meditation, mindfulness, yoga, prayer, sacred rituals, and the study of spiritual texts. Such practices help cultivate inner stillness, clarity of mind, and a deeper connection to the spiritual dimensions of life. Furthermore, transformation of consciousness is not solely an individual journey, it also has collective and societal implications. As more individuals awaken to higher levels of consciousness, they may become agents of positive change in their communities and the world at large. They may advocate for social justice, environmental stewardship, and the well-being of future generations, inspired by a sense of interconnectedness and responsibility. Ultimately, the transformation of consciousness is an ongoing and evolving process. It involves continuous self-reflection, inner work, and a commitment to personal growth and spiritual development. It requires courage to confront inner shadows, humility to embrace uncertainty, and openness to the mysteries of existence, Through this journey, individuals can experience profound liberation, inner peace, and a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment in their lives. Living in the end is a principle that invites individuals to adopt a mindset and emotional state as if their desired outcome or goal has already been realized in the present moment. It is rooted in the understanding that our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are powerful forces that shape our reality, and that by embodying the feeling of the wish fulfilled, we can align ourselves with the manifestation of our deepest desires. At its core, living in the end involves a shift in consciousness from a state of lack or longing to one of abundance and fulfillment. Instead of focusing on what is currently lacking or absent in our lives, we consciously choose to immerse ourselves in the experience of already having achieved our goals or aspirations. This shift in perspective allows us to tap into the creative power of our imagination and align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with our desired outcomes. Practically, living in the end requires cultivating a deep sense of faith, trust, and belief in the certainty of our dreams coming to fruition. It involves visualizing and mentally rehearsing our desired outcomes as if they have already manifested. This process may include creating vivid mental images of success, feeling the emotions associated with achieving our goals, and embodying the confidence and gratitude that accompany realizing our aspirations. Moreover, living in the end is not about wishful thinking or ignoring current challenges or obstacles. It involves taking inspired action and making deliberate choices that are in alignment with our desired outcomes. This may include setting clear intentions, making strategic plans, and taking consistent steps towards our goals while maintaining a steadfast belief in their eventual realization. Living in the end also encourages individuals to cultivate a state of presence and mindfulness in their daily lives. It involves staying attuned to the present moment while simultaneously holding a vision of the future we intend to create. By practicing mindfulness, we cultivate a deeper awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and we become more adept at consciously directing our focus and energy towards positive outcomes. Furthermore, living in the end is a practice that extends beyond personal goals and aspirations. It encompasses living with a sense of gratitude, abundance, and appreciation for the blessings and opportunities that already exist in our lives. By acknowledging and celebrating our current successes and blessings, we create a positive momentum that supports the manifestation of even greater achievements and fulfillment. Living in the end is a transformative practice that empowers individuals to become active participants in shaping their own reality. It involves harnessing the creative power of imagination, cultivating a mindset of abundance and possibility, and taking inspired action towards the realization of our dreams. By embodying the feeling of the wish fulfilled and aligning ourselves with our highest aspirations, we can manifest profound changes and experiences in our lives that reflect our deepest desires and intentions. In conclusion, as we reflect on these profound principles, faith and belief, Scripture as symbolism, unity of being, transformation of consciousness, living in the end, we recognize a common thread woven throughout. It is the recognition that each of us holds within the power to shape our reality, not merely through external actions, but through the transformative potential of our inner world. Let us embrace faith and belief as guiding lights, leading us to deeper understanding and connection with the divine and with each other. May we approach Scriptures as repositories of timeless wisdom, inviting us to explore the depths of symbolism and universal truth that transcend cultural boundaries. In acknowledging the unity of being, may we cultivate empathy, compassion, and a sense of interconnectedness with all life. Let us embark on the journey of transformation of consciousness with courage and openness, knowing that it is through inner growth and spiritual awakening that we contribute to a more harmonious and enlightened world. And finally, may we embody the principle of living in the end, holding steadfast to our visions, cultivating gratitude for what is, and taking inspired action towards our dreams. By aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the highest possibilities for ourselves and humanity, we participate in the co-creation of a reality infused with love, abundance, and peace. Let us go forth with hearts open and spirits aligned, knowing that the journey of spiritual awakening is both individual and collective, a journey towards wholeness, fulfillment, and the realization of our true potential as spiritual beings. Thank you No.